Alright then guys, so fundamental 3 for my series now. You can look at it two ways. You can either look at it as pace yourself or a little goes a long way. So what I mean by this is you see so many people when they start to train, they don't know what they're doing and they go ahead and jump in 100 miles an hour. They start doing weight training 4, 5, 6 days a week. They're walking an hour every single day. They're taking every supplement known to man. They've dropped their calories right down to the bare bones. Now don't get me wrong, this will get rapid results, but it will only last a certain time. Your body will adapt to what you are doing and you will eventually plateau. How do you increase that style of program? You know, how do you get any more out of it? So what I advise my clients is when I do a background on them, I find out if they've done any training before, if they've been sedentary for the last couple of months. If you are someone who has never trained before, never really done anything other than like walk to the shop or something like that, you do not need to be jumping into 5-6 days of weight training a week with an hour walking a day. Okay, you could start by walking for 30 minutes a day. Take it easy, take it slow, build up. You will start to see a weight loss. Obviously you want to be walking at a decent pace, but any movement to start with will see results. Once you start to plateau, then you can either increase the time, increase the speed, maybe put a bag on your back. You know, there are multiple things you can do to increase that. Walk more days a week before you even have to step foot into a gym or change your calories. So I would always say, if you've never trained before, start by walking every day, 30 minutes. Once that becomes easy and it's sort of the results starting to slow down, up that 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, you should be able to get results from that for anywhere from 2 to 4 months, maybe even 6 if you're walking at a decent speed. Okay, there's no need to be doing anything else. Okay, once you've started to plateau from that, you're doing an hour every day, you're starting to plateau. You've got two options. You can either look at your diet, alter your diet, reduce the calories down to move the body fat off, or you can start adding in some form of resistance training. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be body weight, it could be gym, it could be CrossFit, strongman, powerlifting. You know, it could be absolutely anything. So personally, I would change the diet as the very last thing, as that tends to be the thing that people tend to fixate on. That's when they've got their cravings and everything like that. So if you add 3 days of resistance training in, 30 minutes to 60 minutes a day for those three days, again, you will go back to burning calories. You will also start building muscle, which will burn more calories when you are sedentary. So again, once you start plateauing again, add a 4th day. Once you get to the point where you are training basically whatever amount of days you want a week. If you want to train 5 days a week, once you've built up to 5 days, you've done the walking every day for an hour, okay, then tweak your diet. You know, drop the calories, work out what you've been eating. If you're losing weight as it is now, you've plateaued, work out what you're currently eating. At this point, you shouldn't have changed anything about your diet unless you were gaining weight before. Okay, so this is based off of someone who has plateaued. They're not gaining weight, they're not losing weight, but they want to lose it. Okay, so right now you haven't changed your diet. Now you're walking 5-6 days a week, you're weight training 3 days a week, maybe 4, maybe 5, whatever you want to be doing. Okay, this should have taken a year, maybe 18 months. Now we will look at changing the diet, implementing things. Obviously you can do the diet before the weight training, you could do the diet before even the walking. This is just the way I like to do it, as it keeps, the diet is the final part I find people struggle to change. Okay, so now work your calories out. Say you're meant to be eating 2,000 a day and that's what you've been eating. Okay, let's drop that down to 1,800, maybe 17. If you want a bit more of a rapid response, 1,500, but obviously you've got to beware. There's only so much you can drop those calories down before you're going to actually have a negative effect on the body. Okay, so again, you've got another, if you drop it by 200, then 200, then 200 every, say, 3 months, 6 months even, you've got another 9 to 18 months worth of tweaking your diet. Yet this isn't exact science, okay? So before all the personal trainers and fucking coaches and everything come out of the woodwork, saying I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Okay, it's worked for me, it's worked for every other fucking client I've trained. Okay, this isn't exact science. I'm not saying by doing this you don't need to take supplements for the next 3, 4, 5 years. It all depends. This is for the generic overweight person that wants to lose some weight, and I mean a lot of weight. Okay, and only then, once you have done that, like I said, you are walking, you are training, you are eating a decent diet in a calorie deficit, and then you start to plateau. That means your body is consuming enough calories to maintain your mass at the amount you're walking, the amount you're training, and with the current food you're eating. Okay, then you can look at supplementation. Okay, I am fed up of seeing everyone going straight to the shop buying jabs or buying fucking diet pills and pills that will increase your temperature. I've tried them before, don't get me wrong, when you're on a diet plan they do fucking work if you need a rapid weight loss. Okay, so again, this structure is designed for someone who's actually got fucking patience. Someone that doesn't mind doing half a pound, maybe a pound a week, taking it slow so their body can adapt to it. There are ways of dropping weight rapidly, okay, and it is healthy. You can still maintain your strength, there's no issues with it, okay, but it's a bit more structured. There's a lot more timing and planning when it comes to the food, the training and everything that needs to be done with that one. I've done it myself again. I've also done the slow and steady move. Yeah, then you bring supplementation in. Again, I'm not a big fan of these jabs. There's not been enough research done in my mind, but that's what you choose to do. Who am I to tell you no? Okay, the reason I don't like taking the jabs and everything at the start is because you build up no discipline, so that once you've dropped all the weight, you stop taking the jabs, you're just going to start stuffing your fucking face again, you're going to get fat. Simple as that. Most people who take the easy way out will get fat again, and then they'll just expect to take the easy way out again, which, as most people have found now, it's gone from being cheap to fucking expensive, and what's it going to be like in a year, 2 years time? Okay, especially once it's been researched a lot fucking more. So by doing this method, you build good, healthy habits. Okay? That is as simple as it gets. Start walking more. Add in a little bit of resistance training once that starts to plateau. Once that starts to plateau, add in either another day of resistance training or tweak your diet. Keep a food diary. Okay, you track the calories, you average them out. So if you're on average, like I said, 2,000 calories a day, and that was gaining you weight, you need to drop the calories down. Okay? Don't go balls out. No, if you want to lose £10 for the summer, crack on. You know, you've got 5 weeks, you've got to drop £10. Yeah, walk, train, do the diet. But I'm talking about someone that's trying to drop their weight and make their life better. This isn't an advice for someone who's trying to get ready for a fucking photo shoot, or someone who's trying to get ready for a fight or something they're going to weigh in for. This is for someone who's fed up of what they look like, fed up of how they feel, and want to change. Okay, I guarantee you this method will work. Like I said, at the start of it, you need to be honest with yourself. Are you still gaining weight with how you're eating? If the answer to that is no, this works without even working your calories out to start with. If you are gaining weight, you need to work the calories out and then eat your maintenance calories based on being a sedentary person. Okay, then the walking and the weight training and everything will do the work for you. It's as simple as that. Okay, so hope this helps. If you are someone that is looking to get into shape, or someone that is looking to just change their life, and you are struggling with finding out what calories you need, how much fluid you should take in, okay, drop me a message below. I'm happy to help you work your calories out. Again, unlike most, I'm not going to charge for this. It's a fucking 10 minutes it takes me to work this calculation out for you. Okay, we can get some protocols put in place for you and get you on your journey. Thanks again. See you in the next episode.